Week 13 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few guards I looked at on the wire this week. The first guy, Najee Marshall of the New Orleans Pelicans. So Marshall, he's been off to a good start over the last few weeks here as he's getting more playing time with this Pelican team with a lot of injuries. Ingram's been out of the lineup. Zion Williamson, he's been banged up. And now they're just putting a makeshift type of lineup out there. Is this Pelican team on the season? 9.8 points a game, 3.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.1 threes a game, and 43% from the field with the last couple weeks here in an expanded role, 15.5 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.3 steals a game, 1.8 threes, and 44% from the field for Marshall. So right now, playing anywhere from 35 minutes a game for this Pelican team. And he's putting up numbers available in 65% of leagues January 4th versus Houston. 16.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 threes, 41% from the field. January 6th versus the Nets, 23 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, 3 steals, 3 threes, 54% from the field. And January 7th at the Mavs, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, a block at 3, 52% from the field. So if you need some three-point shooting, scoring, and pretty good rebounding for a guard, Marshall's definitely a guard to go out there and get this week. Next guy's Dennis Schroeder of the Los Angeles Lakers. Schroeder, the last couple games here, he's really picked things up, and he's playing great basketball for this Laker team. Right now available in 62% of leagues on the season here for Schroeder, 12.6 points a game, 2.2 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1.4 threes a game, and 46% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for him, 17 a game, 2.8 rebounds, 3.4 assists, a steal, 2.4 threes a game, and 51% from the field here for Schroeder. So Schroeder right now getting the opportunity with this Laker team banged up a little at the guard position with Lonnie Walker out a few games here. So the last few games for Schroeder, January 4th versus Miami, 32 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 4 steals, 4 threes, 53% from the field. January 6th versus Atlanta, 21 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, 5 threes, 50% from the field. And January 7th at the Kings, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 threes, and a whopping 72% from the field. So right now, he's back to where he was a few years ago, scoring the basketball at a high rate. And we know he turned down that big contract a few off seasons ago from the Lakers, but now back on a 1-year deal. He's playing good basketball as Dennis Schroeder, and he's definitely a guard to go out there and get this week. The next guy, Victor Oladipo of the Miami Heat. So Oladipo, we know he's been injury-plagued throughout the last few seasons of his career here, but when this guy plays and is right, he's one of the better scorers in the league here we've seen in the past with his Indiana Pacer days is Oladipo. So on the season, 11 points a game, 3.1 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.6 steals a game, 1.5 threes, and 42% from the field. But the last couple weeks here, he stepped it up as well, 14.5 a game, 3.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.8 threes, and 45% from the field here for Victor Oladipo. So right now, available in 52% of leagues here. If you need scoring and three-point shooting, Oladipo definitely could give that to owners, and he's a decent passer as well. January 2nd at the Clippers, 15 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, a steal, a 3, 54% from the field. January 4th at the Lakers, 12 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 2 threes, 40% from the field. And January 6th at Phoenix, a blow-up game, 26 points, a rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 4 threes, and 70% from the field. So if you need scoring and some rebounding and shooting, Oladipo definitely could give owners that this week. The next guy, Jose Alvarado of the New Orleans Pelicans. So Alvarado, another guard over there in New Orleans, getting an opportunity. I know he's not that much of a consistent guard, but he's definitely a guy that can help fantasy owners. And right now, Alvarado, he's still out there in tons of fantasy leagues at 87%. So on the season, 9.2 points a game, 2.4 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.2 steals a game, 1.4 threes, and 41% from the field. The last few games here, though, he's playing about 25-30 minutes a game is Alvarado. January 4th versus Houston, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 threes, 55% from the field. January 6th versus the Nets, 17 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 threes, 37% from the field. And January 7th at Dallas, 14 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, a steal, a 3, 41% from the field. So he's scoring the basketball well. We know he was a steal specialist last season, but the numbers definitely down this year. But if you need assistance and scoring, Alvarado definitely could give that to owners. And like I said, he's playing right now pretty major minutes, about 30 minutes a game over the last few games. And he's an ad this week. Final guard I looked at on the wire this week is Caris LeVert of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mentioned LeVert last week as his ad. and now he's starting to get things going. I know last season he missed a lot of ball games, and now maybe it took him half a year almost to get back into shape and playing well on the season. 12.6 points a game, 4.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.6 threes a game, and 40% from the field. But the last few weeks here for LeVert, the shooting percentage has gone up. The three ball going in has gone up, and he's scoring at a great rate, 17.2 a game, 4.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.2 steals, 2.5 threes a game, and 46% from the field. So right here, Caris LeVert, we know he's a good scorer with the Brooklyn Nets, and then even with the Pacers a little bit last season was good before he missed time. But the last few games here for LeVert, January 2nd versus the Bulls, 10 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a 3, 15% from the field. January 4th versus Phoenix, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, 5 threes, 63% from the field. Then January 6th at the Nuggets, 22 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 3 threes, and 61% from the field. So right now, LeVert available in 52% of fantasy leagues. And if you need scoring and three-point shooting, he's definitely a guy that can help owners this week. So that's a few guards I look to add off the wire in Week 13 of the fantasy basketball season.